Alright, I'm using the GoPro. Don't know how it's going to work, but I'm going to get in here. So I've loosened the bolt for the alternator, which is right there. I loosened it so it's all the way down the track. It's pushed all the way as far over as I can get it. And you can just see a little bit of the belt there. I'm going to try to get in here, maybe, with the light and everything, but not 100% sure if I can. So there's the new belt, hooked up to the top of the alternator. And we're going to go over here, down here. So, again, we have the, it's definitely in the groove a lot better than it should be, and so that's good. I went all the way down here, and it is hooking up to the lower pulley, but again I need to get underneath the RV and string the rest of it around the air pump on the other side, and when I do that, hopefully things will work as intended, and then I will come back up here and tighten up that bolt, and basically tension it up and push it further up the slot there to get everything where it needs to be, and we'll have a belt that doesn't squeal when I start up the RV like you've done so many videos, and yeah, things will be better. Things will run, things will generate, things will charge the batteries up, which would be great. And you know, ever onward and upward with the RV repairs, and this will be a couple weeks before our trip down to Myrtle Beach. So looking forward to that. Alright, trying the GoPro right now. I don't have a separate light for it, so what I've done is I've quickly snuck underneath the RV, got myself all muddy. But what I have done is I've managed to get the belt. As you can see down there, I managed to get the belt on the bottom pulley, around the crankshaft pulley, which is more correct. You can see that down there. There's the crankshaft pulley. I've managed to get it up over this part of the fan portion, that pulley. Then it works its way up. This air pump is driven by a different belt. And then this one here, and I hope the small GoPro fits in here. Switch fingers here. And try to do the light here. So there's that belt there. It's up over the alternator. And then it travels down to the lower portion there, to the lower air pump. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to get this thing running here. I had to chop the back screen. So what I've got to do now is I've got to take that nut right there, and I got to find a way to basically leverage it over. I got a piece of pipe I can slip in there, or a longer breaker bar, and basically wedge it up into place and get the belt tightened up. Okay, I was a little disappointed because did this whole great video with this GoPro camera, and everything was looking really cool, and I had my ratchets out, I had all my breaker bar out, which is awesome. I'm putting it in here, getting the belt on, got the belt on, started the RV up, and had all good. When I went to upload it, said it was 1.8 gigabytes, and then it wouldn't load it. So I'm gonna just recap what I did here. So what I did, you can see here, I've already put the alternator back in position. What I did with the alternator, though, just to let you know, is I try to get this thing to stick in here as it took. And it's dark, so I apologize because it's late at night. And I really was gonna do a much nicer video on this, but there's my breaker bar. What I did with it, and I'm gonna try to do this, showing this here. There is a slot over here in the solenoid bracket. And if you can see there, I've inserted the breaker bar in there. And when you do that, you get to a spot right there that you can hold the alternator in place. Do it from less of a crouching position. And from there you can tension the pulley and the alternator and get the belt tightened up and running. So that's what I did. So obviously took this ratchet, 13, I think it's a 13 millimeter on this bad boy. Let's see. It's close to ½ inch. Yeah, 13 millimeter. So the 13 millimeter worked fine. ½ inch I'm sure would work just as well. And I got that tensioned up, and that slot's a perfect location to get this breaker bar into, right around here. So that's what I did there. So I'm gonna go in here and just kind of show you real quick. There is one thing, the alternator belt looks like it's a little, like it's riding a little bit over this pulley. Not a lot, but just a little bit there. See, there's like a little bit of a lip there, and I'm not really fond of that because it just feels like it's going to cut that off. The rest of it looks like it fits okay. Now, through here, and I'm going to, sorry for the up and down with the light levels, and you can see there, it's there. Some close tension with this belt, which it is there. So yeah, so I got everything, you know, set in place, tightened up, tensioned up to the point where, let me see if I can show you here a little bit. If I get my hand in there, do this. So just 2 hands there. Just want to see what I'm doing. Reach down, and that's fairly snug. I mean, there's not a lot of play in that at all. It's pretty tight. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start her up, and got my one set of keys, my Allegro keys here. I'm going to start that up here. Keep my light here, so I'm going to pump on the gas once. Here, put it in, get it powered up. I'm gonna put on the lights a little bit just so you can see what's going on there with the gauges, right? And then we're gonna try to start her up. Ooh. Smoother running, no squealing. Definitely a little smoother operation. Like I said, no squeals. You can see the alternator looks like it is charging. It's about 13, almost 14 volts. Back to idle, don't want to get my foot stuck in a belt somewhere. So yeah, so here we go. There's a small pump, pumping away. Here's the other belts, belting away. And there's the one down below there, the big one. Get my hand off the top of the engine so you see it spinning by there. It's looking, it's still seating pretty good. So the only concern I have is this alternator belt. Just seems like it's overlapping just a little bit, but other than that it's running okay. So that's fixed for now. Gonna keep an eye on it. Going to definitely have some spare belts with me in the glove box just in case, because I really don't want to lose a belt. It's not hard to put them on. they come off unless they're wrapped around the, you know, the cooling fan. But other than that, not too bad to do when you have the right belts and you have the right tools. Take care, happy, safe RVing.